Hello again, Mr. Night Spider here, and you're watching the Night Spider Collector. So, I may be a little late to the party on this one, but I picked this up maybe 3 weeks ago? Yeah. So, this guy's been increasingly difficult to find. I think when they first launched them, I passed them up a couple times because I already had the Optimus body mold, and I have issues buying multiples of the same mold. The only exception being Thundercracker, Skywarp, Starscream. But I found myself regretting that decision, and because if you go on Amazon, I haven't checked in the last couple days, but if you go on Amazon, this guy is shooting for about 50 bucks. 50 bucks for a $25 figure. That's happening a lot nowadays. People will just take the retail price and double it online. Damn scalpers, I tell you. Anyway, so oddly enough, well, I refuse. I'm not going to pay 50 bucks for this guy, but I got lucky. Me and my wife we ended up at like some K-Mart. Randomly at K-Mart. I mean, K-Mart's not everywhere anymore, but they do still exist. So we're at K-Mart, and I said, hey, I'm going to go hit the toy aisles. You know what I mean? So I go and I check it out, and you're not finding, you've seen those new Robots in Disguise crap toys, and they have some like Marvel Legends that nobody wants, like the Boomerang guy, and what else do they have? Electro and Winter Soldier. You know, all those ones that are just, the peg fillers or whatever. So I go there, and this guy was like tucked in the back on the shelf behind, I believe, a Marla Megatron. Grabbed them, 25 bucks. Swooped on him. You know, I wasn't, no way in hell I was going to spend 50 bucks on this. So here I am, finally with this figure. I guess in the long run, I guess patience does pay off. But just when you have opportunities, man, you may end up regretting them if you don't take them. So anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to open them up right now. I haven't done an unboxing in a while, and we're going to just check them out. All right. So, usually I have toenail clippers, because those are better, but I'm going to use scissors this time. Oh, let's take a look at the box first. There you go. I'm not going to get all crazy. Some people want to show every detail in the box. There he is. Vehicle mode, robot mode, and then Menasor combined. And then there's a picture of Menasor on the side. Okay, let's crack it open now. Back to where we were. There shouldn't be. There you go. Now, they're always, with these things, you're always going to get an instruction manual, which is cool. I like doing my transformations and combines without using these. This is more of a last resort. But, it's for kids, so whatever. But it's cool that they do that. Okay. And you got some design in the back. I thought about using this sometime in the past as like a background somehow for taking photos, but I haven't decided if I still have all the boxes. I still haven't done it, but it's a thought. Now, the worst part about this all the time is this one doesn't have zip ties. That's awesome. Well, they didn't zip tie the hell out of the weapon into the packaging this time. That's a good thing. You can see where the paint begins and ends, right there. But I like the color. It's cool. It's solid. Same thing. See? Paint ends and begins right there. I ain't mad at it. Why are you going to get mad at toys? It's just supposed to be for fun and amusement, you know? Alright, and this is why, the primary reason I got these is they, if they're not doing some type of, what is it? I don't even know what they call these anymore, but these little plastic stringy things are just irritating as all hell. They managed to get a bunch of Marvel Legend figures into their packaging without having to do that, but when it comes to their Transformers, they zip tie or twisty tie the hell out of them in there. And then you have a little card. And you have a little Motormaster card, which I don't think anybody really collects cards, by the way. I recently took all my Marvel Universe card collection to a comic store. Actually, I went to complete the collection. I was looking for certain cards, and they were telling me that the whole thing is like worthless now. Funny how that goes. So here he is. You get a good look at the head. You know, a lot of people, his head looks really alien to me, like those grays almost. But his is like a light purplish type of pink thing going on. Decepticon logo in the front. That's cool. I'm liking that. You know, I'm nothing really popping out at me personally because it is the same body mold as Optimus Prime. So I'm not even, I don't really feel wowed or oohed or odd or anything like that. I mean, it's cool, it's functional, but once again, same body mold removes a lot of the wow factor. The only thing different, let's see. You should see the new head. Let's see that. That's okay. Now, if you notice, a lot of the pictures when they show this guy combined, they have the chest closed. Well, this is a slightly different mold than Optimus Prime's. It's more rounded, doesn't have this. But they show it closed when they do the pictures, because I think this part of the mold right here, which they use for both figures, is a representation of the spark or the matrix that Optimus has. So I think that's probably why when you see this guy, most of the time, unless they have Blackjack in there, it's closed. So that's my reasoning, my thought process behind it. I could be wrong, could be just a whatever thing, but that's my perspective on it. Now let's get this guy in the vehicle mode. Let's take a look at that. It can't be that hard, right? The same mold as Optimus. I don't know why that irritates me so much. It's one of those things like, if you're going to spend money on something, especially if they're going to make you do it twice nowadays, like, to have to, I don't know, I'm just ranting about it. It's just something that really irritates me. How do you guys feel about that? Does it bother you at all when they reuse the mold? Because after this particular wave of getting finally all the Stunticons and all the aerial bots finally completed, I really have no more interest in the Combiner Wars. I mean, a lot of you guys, if you guys follow me on Instagram, or if you follow me on my Night Spider Collector account or Primal X5, you've noticed I haven't really been posting much because I just don't feel that level of enthusiasm, especially when it comes to these Combiner Wars, because I don't even think they should call them Combiner Wars. They should be called Repaint Wars, you know, because I think the only new mold, and we'll see how long, if they find any other uses for it, that I thought was cool was Skylinks. Everything else is just a repaint of a repaint of a repaint. It's just very annoying. Let's see if I got this guy yet. Right now I'm trying to get them all closed up here. It's like it's the same as Optimus. Why is this guy being so stubborn? There we go. I think we're in. I think we're good. So it's already, I don't know if it's me, everything looks right. Maybe it's, I hope it's not a defect. There he is. Same thing, minor differences. Optimus doesn't have these little flap things. That's it. Kind of reminds me, and I'm using this loosely, kind of reminds me of Galvatron from the latest movie. But I don't, what the hell is this for? Let's go. Ah, I see. The little peg right there. Cool, so that's how they go. Kind of looks like a, I wouldn't even say like a, looks more of like a tow truck than an actual big rig, you know, with this thing going, you know, imagine picking up some cars. Anyway, not ripping on it, let's look at it. I like how they have the little Decepticon logo here. I like the grill, that's cool. The light pinkish purple thing for the windows is cool, because we bleed purple, and I always believed in purple swag anyway, so that's awesome. The paint, this like metallic-y color, you can see it's, if you can see, it's a little different from the rest. I like that. That's cool. I wish they did that across the whole thing. That would have been like a wow type of factor, you know? Yeah, you see it there, like the little holes, like that's kind of cool, gives it some depth. But this part is just very, man, that's very toyish. Reminds me of like some Play School Transformers type of thing going on there. Let's see, but yeah, the back part's awesome. And then the rest, same as Optimus here. Sword, it's kind of painted, it's cool. So yeah, that's basically it. I mean, even if you look at the wheels here, I like that they use plastic wheels for starters. I hate rubber wheels because they don't make the long run. But if you've seen a lot of the other Stunticons, a lot of the wheels, they actually paint the inside. So it looks a little more chromed out or metallic. This one is a more higher end version, and there's no detailing as far as paint goes inside the wheels. That's kind of disappointing. But that's not why we buy this guy anyway, right? We buy this guy for the combined mode. At least I do. That's what I'm excited about. But I think after Menasar, and I already have Superion done, which I actually have, I haven't even taken air raid out of the package yet. I got to get that done. But I don't think I'm going to be, unless they have something really amazing, a bunch of new molds, I ain't going to be buying any more of these Combiner Wars, with the exception maybe of Skylynx and Devastator. But other than that, maybe some of their leader classes, maybe some of their non-combining figures if they're original. But I just, you know, I'm bored to death. They need to do something new. I think they got a lot of good hype from the beginning and they're just kind of run with it, but they're not thinking of the consumer as far as variants and new and exciting. They're just rehashing this, like basically what they do with Marvel Legends. They're just rehashing the same parts and repainting them, which with Marvel Legends that works to a degree because they're humanoids, but this doesn't work, you know. Anyway, that's my rant, my unboxing, and a quick little review of Motormaster. If you have any feedback or comments, put them down below. Like, share the video, subscribe, and this is Mr. Night Spider signing out. Peace.